Yes, people, what you telling me? Back again for another Red Talk Friday. The day before, man. What you telling me, Cass?
All good, man. Apologies for people that have been waiting for Rants to go live. We overran because we were late ourselves, so that's my bad. When discussions get a little heated when you wanna tell some harsh reality truths in some people's clubs in your humble opinions, it can go left.
Oh,
It
I
can
have a
go left.
feeling I know what club that was, boy.
Which,
You know what I mean?
which one?
It's
Actually,
stressful for them, innit? A London club.
which one?
What? It's not the Reds, is it? It's not them lot, is it? It's not them lot, mate. Oh, fuck it. No, bro. They were awful, weren't they? I was having a few conversations this morning. I'll be honest. I was having some conversations this morning. Our brother said to me, listen, mate, like, if we win a trophy, like, the football's not too much of a problem. If we don't, then we need to have a discussion. I said, when's the last time you won a trophy? Silence.
Yeah, nah.
It's crazy.
You know what? There was question marks over Arsenal and all that, but it was actually more time Chelsea.
I think Chelsea are going to be all right, bro. I'll be honest.
You know what it was? It was not more like, it was more of the discussion about, right, certain content creators, aka Don Lusional and Chestnut.
Oh, Don's crazy. I love him, though.
Yeah,
Man rates mad wakey, you know. That's when I knew me and Don, like we were gonna have a great time on stream.
Don rates 98% of people that are linked with his club, so that's nothing new. And he'll go up Wisecout, so that's nothing new in it. But my thing is with these lot is the energy they had for United. So I made the comparison for United. I'm like, cool. Right now, Chelsea are putting a half of a good performance at Wolves and a half of a good performance against Man City, or maybe a little bit more. Other than that, the key word, the buzzword of last season was sustainability. And I said Chelsea are now in a fine margin of that for me, where if you go to West Ham, you can win. But it's how you win and how you do it and how you play football in the course of the 90 minutes before I start making some judgments. Because you can have a style of play like Ten Hag does, but it might not work. And
I don't think they're there yet, you know. I don't think Chelsea are at the point where the style of play is an issue yet. The reason why I say that is because they've got loads of new players in a short period of time, and then new managers just come in. So I wouldn't judge Chelsea's style of play just yet because the managers just come in. I think the results are more important for Chelsea right now.
On Never Foul, there's a harsh case of tribalism. It's infecting the Never Foul community at this moment in time. So it's like we don't give people time no more. You get a certain limit before we start judging, because people want us to talk brass and talk about, okay, look at Ten Hag's first season, no style, but you're getting the wins over the line. Okay, if you're getting wins over the line, but you're not really sustainable because you're not putting the performances, then I'm gonna judge you just as quick.
Yeah, but not 5 games in. That's nasty work.
Whoa, it's technically not just 5, is it? It's more like Conference League 2. So I'm going off of that. So let the tribalism work. Let the games begin. We'll see you on the weekend.
I hear it. Like, to be honest, I don't think there's many clubs that are under pressure right now, apart from us, because our manager's third season. I think Tottenham, as much as Tottenham aren't great, I think Tottenham are doing what Tottenham always do. Like, Tottenham have had a shit summer. They've spent loads of money on paper, but they haven't addressed what they need to address. Typical Tottenham. They're blaming the manager, but the problem is the players are nowhere near good enough. And Tottenham fans are looking at their club because they got a new stadium, a new manager. They're looking at themselves like a big club, but they're not. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is what it is. Like, Tottenham have the brand new stadium. Tottenham are the guy that's living on credit, that's got all the designer clothes. Do you know what I'm saying? And a car on finance. And my man is living at home with his mum. And he can't afford to pay his credit card. You know them ones. My man's putting on £5 a month, £5 a month. Man can't clear the credit card. That's Tottenham. Tottenham are faking it until they make it. And they'll never make it, bro, because then they'll never be there. So they got all the gear and absolutely no idea. They can't finance it. Like, Tottenham are finished. They're going to end up sacking Ange. That's what they're going to do. They're going to sack Ange Postecoglou. From the outside, Tottenham have the best stadium in the country. I've been to every football stadium in this country. They have the best stadium in the country. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they have rich owners that don't want to spend money. They have fans that genuinely think that they're a big club. but they're not. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
facts.
They're a spicy Everton. That's what they are.
I see when I see that's a
Yeah,
see
they're spicy
for
Everton.
me, that's a see. I had this conversation yesterday, start of the stream. If anyone's gonna go check it in it, the first 10 minutes, I was saying like, why are Tottenham included in it? Why is there a top six? Why are they included in it?
It's
They're
not.
not even they're not even the sixth biggest club in the country. Like
They're
you could
not.
look at others. Everton actually have league titles, you know, enough of them.
Bro,
As
you could
well.
argue that Aston Villa, do you know what I mean, are a
Aston
bigger
Villa as
club
well.
than them.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna say as well. I actually also said I don't think it's Ange. I think it's the quality of player. Like what's a front? How is a front three of Brennan Johnson, his love child? Clearly, he does have a favorite in that. Maybe he likes Kulusevski now in a 10. Solanke, who's got to prove himself at a big club. Son, Purple Patch Warrior, who's on his last legs pretty much.
Right.
Timo Werner. How is that meant to get you to Champions League football potentially? I don't see it personally,
It's not.
and I don't think it's sustainable. And you know what? And I think we're seeing the realities of that. You know, like they did create a lot against Leicester. They did create quite a bit enough at Newcastle. By the end of the day, you got to put the ball at the back of the net. So
they don't have really players, and the fans are blaming the manager. This is what I don't understand. Like this is what I can't tolerate, because it's like we saw Nuno, Conte, Mourinho. They complained about the style of play. My brother said fossil football. Do you know what I mean? We seen all of that. Do you know what I mean? They didn't win anything under these guys. And then Ange comes in, he gets them playing great football, yeah. And they're complaining, saying that there's no plan B. The plan B is supposed to be the players, but you don't have the quality of players. So if you want another pragmatic manager and you don't like the way Ange plays, then you go back to the fossil football, bro. Like it's either or. Because at the end of the day, if your manager's not gonna, if your owners are not gonna be ambitious and actually buy players that can take the club to the next level, it's only players that can take a team to the next level. When Chelsea wanted to go to the next level, what did they do? They bought better players. They bought the Duffs, the Robins, the Drogbas. That's how they went to the next level. They bought better players. When City wanted to go to the next level, they bought better players. They went from the Roque Santa Cruz and them man to Sergio Aguero, David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne. When they wanted to go to the next level, they bought better players. Tottenham are not buying better players. So how do they expect to go to the next level? Well, even Heung-min Son wasn't Heung-min Son when they signed him.
Yeah. Who was he playing? Was it?
He was in Germany.
Hamburg. Was it Hamburg? Was it Hamburg?
Well, something. No, he was playing with Ruud van Nistelrooy in Germany. I can't remember what team that was.
It must have been Hamburg, no? That was his team, no? The blue with the little diamond on it, the fake Brazil-looking flag.
No, Leverkusen, wasn't it?
No,
Hamburg and then Leverkusen. Yeah, he was at Hamburg first. Then Leverkusen.
That's when I remember, son.
Yeah, because I think he kicked ball with Ruud in Germany.
He must have, because that was his later years, Ruud van Nistelrooy, after basically Madrid, innit? And then I think Raul went over there as well. Was that them as well? Maybe. But yeah, no, I'm in agreement. You know what it is with Tottenham? Yeah, I like this comparison. It's when players sign for Tottenham, like or fans, it's like Tottenham. I compare. It's like walking into Mordor. Yeah, you got Daniel Levy, who's Sauron, right? And he deceives people to think that they're going to do great things. And then you got their fans who are a bunch of orcs, yeah, mindless creatures that think they're better than what they are, you know, very stubborn creatures. And then you look at it and it's just bare ash, which is pretty much their trophy cabinet. There's nothing there to show for it. There's no glory. And in the end, you get murked, because that's how stories go.
Facts.
That's Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, and but this is why I can't have, like, bro, this is why I can't understand, I can't understand any criticism for their manager at present.
I don't think it matters who goes into there. They'll give them something to work with. And then afterwards, they just do what they always do. You know, they don't back the manager enough. They didn't back Poch enough. He was just good enough. He was just lucky enough.
Oh, Poch had a net spend. He had a negative net spend, bro, for most of his career at Tottenham. And he got away with it, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? The Poch situation was very similar to the Klopp situation in the sense that Liverpool stumbled across a manager that managed to make the best of a very bad situation, but the goal was never to win. The goal was never to win. The goal was never to win. It was to financially break even, bro. And that's what Liverpool did. They did a sell to buy model. Do you know what I mean? Because they said that Liverpool had the money for the right people, but then they put in 100-something million bid for Caicedo, and then when they didn't get him, and Lavia, they ended up spending £5 on Endo. Like, do you know what I mean? Where did the money go? Like, there's no ambition
That's
at
the one.
these two.
Liverpool, I said this actually funny enough. I said this last night on a live, and I was just saying Liverpool were in this little position where if they invested enough in that summer to get refreshed the midfield, and that they would probably went on to win that league, that extra point that they needed, probably a couple leagues. Same with Tottenham, they were so close to bridging that gap of getting into that Arsenal phase of where they are now. They could have been doesn't mean they're going to win, but they would have been in that FA Cup or whatever. They might not won the league, but potentially they might even got over the line in the Champions League against Liverpool. You know, you just don't know, and that's the difference between ambitious owners and people that are just happy to be there.
Yeah, but in those instances, you can't blame the coaches. So Tottenham are moving mad right now, blaming Ange. The fact that Ange is under any pressure is crazy to me. I don't understand that.
All fun and games till a ball gets kicked, and look at them struggling against Coventry.
I hear it.
Just like
bro, Ange is under pressure, you know, like he's actually under pressure. I'm seeing Tottenham fans, like they're saying, even that game, they were like, if we lose this game, he's got to go. It's like, bro, the guy gave you the best season you've had, yeah. Bro, this is the best season they had last season, probably in the last decade, and they want this guy out already. It's like, bro, the shit's crazy, bro. Like, but you know what? I want them to sack Ange, bro, because I need him at the field.
That's what I was about to say. That's our new manager.
That's our new gaffer.
But let me say that I don't even think we lose the Palace. Yeah, I don't even. I just got no feeling.
Nah, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? We'll get onto that. Do you know what I'm saying? The Liverpool situations, I think Liverpool will be okay. They're gonna struggle this season, yeah, in terms of more than what Monts thinks. Monts thinks them man are they're gonna waltz to third place. They're not, bro. They're gonna have some up and downs. They're gonna have some embarrassing defeats. They already had one. Do you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see that Arsenal's thing's crazy right now. I'll be honest, yeah. Arsenal fans are coping real hard right now. That performance yesterday, I had to change the game at halftime. It was so bad.
It's boring, bro.
It's so bad.
Worst game. I said it. It's the worst 90 minutes I've watched this season so far. Easily. I wish I stuck on a different game. What was the other game that was on that were looking quite good? The Atletico game, maybe, or whatever. At least there's a few goals in there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even a Barcelona game. They got a red card. That's kind of
I watched the Barca game, but you know what it is for me, yeah, with the Arsenal thing. If you want to play the pragmatic football that Arteta plays, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, but you need to have match winners in your team. You need to, because that's how Jose played, but he relied on the Bales, the Benzemas, the CR7s. Do you know what I'm saying? Those were his match winners. Do you know what I mean? Human Son. Like, Arsenal have no match winners. They don't have one. Name one. They don't have one.
We shouldn't be shocked. We shouldn't be shocked. They play 4 centre backs and 2 DMs. We shouldn't be shocked. So I don't know. There shouldn't even be an outcry about this. Like, this is what happens when you play defensive. Like, their style of football from 22, 23 has gone backwards. The electric part. Then they bought Havertz with the left centre mid, kind of ruined it a little bit. And then now they're playing defensive football. Maybe that gets them over the line. Maybe it's too early to call, like we said about Chelsea, and it's only 5 games.
It doesn't get them over the line because they did this last season. They were boring last season as well, but this season they're even worse.
Again, the lack of ambition from their owners this summer, for me, and I'm not going to be too harsh because I don't really know their true financial situation, PSR. I think they were already in a good zone in it, but maybe they weren't. But I think they just missed out, and that's down to their owners, not Arteta. It's down to their owners. You needed a deputy when selling Smith Rowe.
But Arteta has to put pressure, yeah, on the owners. And let me tell you why.
How it works.
Let me tell you why he has to and why he hasn't. The reason why he hasn't put pressure on them is because there's no pressure on him. Do you get where I'm coming from? Because as a manager, if you knew there was pressure on you to win trophies, you wouldn't accept that window. Do you get what I'm saying? You wouldn't accept it because you would say, yo, how the fuck do you expect me to compete for these things? And this is what you've given me. You're setting me up to fail. The reason why he's not putting pressure on them is because they've just given him a new deal. He's not under any pressure. Therefore, there's no pressure on. Therefore, he's not putting pressure on them, bro. He knows that as long as he gets man top 4, he's in a job, bro. That is why.
Yeah,
that is why. If he knew that he had to win trophies and this is the squad they gave him, the smallest squad in the Premier League, he would be livid, bro. he would be livid. But there's no pressure on him, bro. There's none, and he's not going to win anything again.
Bro, I was saying this yesterday as well. I think right now, if I feel that Arsenal's owners or board are just happy to be in and around and amongst it, earn their bread they need to earn, get the deals that they need to get. That's it. And that's what I kept saying. And you know what it is, yeah, with the Arsenal lot. I said this as well at the same time. If you finish second, and you don't win nothing, do you want this man to go? And I got told by a couple, I've got it on receipts as well by people that have been on NAF, because it was also said 2 weeks ago, that no, because context. I was like, what's the context? The context is in and around that if they lose it by, let's say, 1 point. I've said, but that's not good enough, because you've had 3 years in a row. Granted, first year, obviously it's your first title race, but an extra 2 years on top of that. Finishing second is not good enough. In a business, sometimes you change and try to get new ideas. It's a risk, but you got to move forward. I'm sorry, but 5-6 years without a trophy at a big club, I think even a lot of Arsenal fans would have to be in agreement that if you don't win nothing, what's the point of participating? What's the point of cussing? What's the point of cussing Tottenham for winning Audi Cups? You just competed the same way. Because what's the point of being a fan of a top club, right? If you've grown up on a certain trophy or 2 or 5 or whatever, if you're not gonna win, what is it? Phase 6.2. Like,
yeah, but what phase is this? What phase is this?
I would personally be on breaking point, because as a United fan, if we was in that situation, if we finished second twice in a row against our rivals, I'm not being funny. It's been nice, but it's time to go, because clearly you can't get the best out of this team.
Mm.
And they'll say, oh, but what about the machine called Man City? They're perfect. How many world-class players they got? I said, but that's the whole point of systems, no? Systems get you through games. Obviously, world-class, brilliant.
Brother, we saw Inter Milan deal with Man City, quite comfortably at Man City. Like, this Pep's not invincible. People need to get that out of their head.
That's what I've been trying to say.
And also, you don't need to beat Man City, to win the league. You just need to beat everyone else. Because Man City are going to lose games. They're going to drop points. They won't lose loads, but they will drop points. So, this is the thing, bro. It's all cope. Like, Arsenal fans have to be real. 5 years without a trophy is unreal. It's horrible. And also, Lee Gunner brought to my attention, not only is it 5 years without a trophy, but I think it's 5 years without a final. They ain't been in a final since the last time they won a trophy.
Was that Europa League?
Bro, they ain't even been in a final, bro.
That wasn't Europa League. That was Emery's team.
They haven't even been in a final. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's not like they haven't even been near a trophy. It's not the fact that them man. Do you know what I'm saying? Because like with us, for instance, with Ollie, we lost a final on penalties, but we got to the final and we lost on the penalties, bro. These man ain't even been to a final to say, oh, we nearly won a trophy, bro. Like, man can't put it down to luck or nothing. You ain't even smelt a trophy.
And the world-class talk is overhyped, because how do you become world-class? You win things, like getting over the line. So you're telling me your investments are bad investments then? Which one is it? Either the players are bad investments because they haven't got the potential to become world-class, or is it the club that's holding them back, or is it the manager that's holding them back? Which one is it? Because
it's all the above. It's all the above.
Exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying? Arteta's recruitment's been poor, if we're being honest. We don't know how instrumental he is in identifying players, but the way he was talking about Calafiori, like he rubs one out to a picture of him every night, he knew who he was, innit? So if the manager wants these guys, then cool. Do you know what I'm just players? The players have not been good enough. His recruitment has not been good enough.
Yeah.
Even his profiling of players hasn't been good enough, because he brought in Kai Havertz as a midfielder. That didn't work, and then he turned him into a striker. Now he's trying to make it look like this was always the plan. It wasn't the plan, because Jesus was his guy. And then on top of that, he brought in Rice as a 6. Realized that Rice ain't really a 6. Now he's using him as an 8. The whole thing's a shambles, bro. Like, his profiling of his players has been wrong. The recruitment hasn't been good. His man management at certain times, his in-game management hasn't been great either. And the thing is, his football's regressed since he's come. Do you know what I'm saying? Like 2 seasons ago, Arsenal were frightening, and that Arsenal's fallen out the sky, and now we're seeing this pragmatic workman-like Arsenal that's horrible to watch. Yeah. It's horrible to watch, and it doesn't win trophies either. Do you know what I mean? Man can't say it's trophy-winning football He's been playing football like this. He ain't even got to a final.
No,
Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm in very good. This is why, as much as I can cuss Chelsea and I like to. There's some clubs that I just respect more than others. I'll give quite a lot of praise to Arsenal because their defending is brilliant, isn't it? And they're well drilled. A bit like Diego Simeone's team, well drilled, innit? And
Yeah,
and
but that's what they are. They're looking like the Atletico Madrid of the Premier League at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment. And this is why you got to respect teams like Chelsea, and and even I have to go as far as Liverpool as well, because no matter how dusty the teams have been, they get to finals. They might not, obviously Chelsea haven't won money finals in the last, let's call it 10 years, right? Or decade. I don't know. You can probably count in your hand how many, but they get there. Man United, don't get me wrong. I think we could be doing a lot better. We could have won a lot more, but we've also lost a lot of finals at the same time. We ain't got over the line all the time. Chelsea final,
yeah,
FA
but my
Cup.
bro, but this is what I mean about Manchester United.
It's mentality just installed, and you know where that comes from? For me, it comes from the fans. The fans put it into your head, you must win. So I think it puts pressures under the players.
With Man United, I don't think so. I think our fans don't demand finals and trophies. Bro.
We don't demand enough.
Our fans don't demand enough, bro. If our fans were like Real Madrid fans, bro, do you know what I'm saying? This club would have been bullied into doing certain things. A lot of these men complain about the Glazers, yeah, but it's like the fans have allowed the Glazers to do this. If this was Real Madrid, they would have stormed wherever the Glazers were, yeah, and they would have held them accountable, bro. I'll be completely honest, bro. Man United fans are embarrassing, bro. I'll be honest.
I've said this myself, so I've had this conversation. Actually, I had a lot of this conversation even in the time under Ten Hag when we was winning in a first season. I said it's all fun and games until like, bro, like what about the longer term picture? No one believed in Murtaugh or Arnold. We were trying to do up little.
Yeah, no one did, bro. Like we knew they weren't taking us nowhere, man.
After we knew we couldn't get Frankie De Jong. I think we always have to have reality checks as fans because it's all fickle. You win a few games, you forget about what the bigger like way it really is. But you have to enjoy. You have to enjoy your moments. But it's annoying at the same time, innit? You can't just be positive about everything for the sake of being positive about everything. Because you know what? For me, that reminds me of one of my best guys, like my best guys, innit? Yeah, like he can't help but be positive about every situation, no negativity. But then my other friends, bare negative. But I call that yin and yang. You know what I mean? Balance. There needs to be balance within this. With Arsenal now, boy, let's see where they get to, innit? Let's see where they get to. That's the better reality of it.
I got a spoiler for you lot. They don't win anything. This is what happens. They don't win anything. And I'll tell you why. Like I said, yeah, football's very, very simple. It's very, very simple. It's a very simple game that people like to overcomplicate. There's different ways to play football. There's different structures that you can put in place to play football. Defensively, Arsenal set up very well. But the thing is with having strict rigid defensive structures, yeah, it inhibits your ability to play a certain type of football and to score goals. It's just like if you're fighting, the more defensive your fighting style is, the less power you can really sit down on shots because you don't really plant your feet. If you keep moving, you can't get power. So you can be good defensively, but it's very hard to be amazing defensively, yeah, and maximize your ability to hurt someone. Arsenal aren't team that, bro. Look how they beat Tottenham. Fucking a set piece, bro. Arsenal ain't dangerous no more on the front foot because they're a defensive side.
Do you know why I don't want to jump the gun?
The way you overcome these things, yeah, is you have beautiful individual players that can absolutely change a game, yeah. When you're sitting back on the break, you need a Gareth Bale, you need a CR7 on the break, you need a Mo Salah, you need someone like that, you need a Heung-min Son, you need players like that in transition that can absolutely switch defense into attack, yeah, and absolutely kill teams. Arsenal don't possess that player. Saka's not that player. Martinelli's not that player. Havertz ain't that player. And Ødegaard is their only real creative outlet, yeah? And he's injured. So they've got nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? So all they're going to do is be setting up the 0-0s and sucker punches 1-0 from fucking pieces.
This is why I'm not jumping the gun too tough, yeah, for me, is because I need to see them how they set up in home games without Ødegaard and how they play at home, because this could be Arteta's like plan to say, you know what, I don't care what people say. I'm going to go to away games that are a little bit tough, especially without our most creative outlet, and then we're going to set up a certain way because it keeps us in the game, innit? So that's why I'm looking at like that. If they can get their W's, let's say they go get their W's all at Emirates, right? With the, let's call it top 6 sides in the league, perhaps PSG, etc. But when they go away from home, we just know they're going to be absolute dickheads and set up shop. And even if it's a draw, it's still good enough because lower sides, they'll go to their gaff, like let's say Bournemouth, and they'll wipe the floor. That's what I'm kind of waiting on to put that judgment for Arsenal there and saying, I don't think it's going to be all crappy football all the time from them when it comes to like the lower side. So
when's the last time you've seen them play well though? They don't play good football. At the moment, it doesn't matter who they're playing.
For me, at the moment, anyways, even against Wolves, Wolves still had a little bit of something about them to go and maybe get something, but they haven't got the striking power to do much against it, innit? So I don't think Arsenal put in any major good performances of note. So that's why I am obviously taking in pause.
They're very disciplined football team.
They are.
But they've got no X factor. They've got no standout players. They got no match winners, bro. And the thing is, Arteta, I'm not against how he sets his team up, but I'm against the profiles of players that he's brought in to do the job.
Yeah. I'm in. See, I said, what's the point of getting Calafiori,
bro? If you want to play the way that Arteta's playing, you go and you break the bank for an Elise or something like that can win you a game.
Go get Neto even.
Oh, brother, even Neto's not really that.
No, because you know what it is. Elise wasn't gonna ever get over Saka. Yes, it pushed him. But realistically, I don't.
You get an Eze or something like that on the left side instead of a Martinelli.
Like, the thing is, with Eze is his release clause not all up front. He's 67.5 million. You know, that's a lot of cash to be given over ASAP just in one in bulk. Straight release clause. I said this in it. I said there's one guy that can play a little bit. He plays quite like Isak, to be fair, but he don't play in this league. I said there's one guy that was available. His name's Gyökeres, who gives you a different look and a different option, and he's clutch, right? Holds up the ball, drives at a guy, likes to drift wide, and he's fast. Isak's too expensive. I said you sold your deputy, you loaned out the other one, and now you're relying on a 17-year-old to hope that he actually bangs. Unfortunately, that should not have been the way. You know, if he was going to have something like that, you should look at your left wing status. You don't have a game changer. Martinelli, crap. Anthony's got more GA than him this year. It sucks, bro. He's Romanian, bro. There's no tech there. It is what it is, isn't it? There's no Brazilian flair. He's not that good. Trossard's an impact player, and he's their best finisher. See, I don't think that their defense was ever an issue. You have Timber, and you couldn't get rid of Zinchenko, so now you're bloating your squad a little bit, and you still got Tomiyasu. They're your options. You didn't need Calafiori, in my opinion. You don't need all of that. You needed to reinforce going forward. Marino and another midfield option and another front forward option of note would have done you a lot more justice. I think Marino's a good squad option. I just don't think he's a first team option. That's it. I think that's okay.
But again, that's down to the manager's recruitment, bro. This is what I'm trying to say, bro. These men are not recruiting like they want to win anything. So I'm just saying,
you know what?
Arsenal, man.
It suits us. You know what?
Arsenal, man. Manage your expectations. It only suits us if we do what we need to do and get rid of this manager. I'll be honest. Like, I don't care how the results go. He has to go. He has to go. I sat there and I watched Inter Milan, yeah? I watched Inter Milan versus Man City. And I saw Simone Inzaghi, bro. This is what a proper manager looks like. I watched Leverkusen yesterday, yeah, against Feyenoord, yeah. That's what a proper manager looks like in Xabi Alonso. Like, bro, there's so many managers out there, bro. I love watching football. I love watching tactical football. Football is like chess. It's all about getting the pieces to move and exploiting the spaces. And the beautiful thing is, yeah, I can sit down and I can watch Feyenoord and Leverkusen, yeah. And even though the game, it wasn't a 4-0 game, it wasn't. Like, Feyenoord played really well. But the point is, I could sit down after 5 minutes and I can tell you what system both teams play, how they build up, what shape they get into when they lose the ball. It's very, very, very simple to read. When you watch Man United, I can't tell you what the fuck's going on half of the time, and we're 3 years in. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not about to sit here and say that there's anything this manager can do to convince me that he's even semi-competent. He's fucking awful. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's one of them ones where I don't care what needs to be done to get this guy out of here. I don't care if it's sabotage. I don't care what it is.
I like Inzaghi, man. I'm not gonna lie. He's changed his ball up in the last 2-3 years. It used to be kind of like low block part of the bus, and then you see what they had. Look, they had no Lautaro starting, no DeMarco playing. They had Darmian. They've been playing Darmian at right wing back. Right wing back. I think one of their. I think they rotated a centre back as well against City. Who is it? They were missing someone because they played Bissek, the young buck. He looks quite good, to be fair, and a Cherby, I think, with So and you look at it and it's like they actually took the game and looked structured. People are running for him. Like it just looked well drilled. This is why they are winning the way they're winning. I think he's won me over personally. I can admit I think I got it wrong on the status of not wanting him personally, but if you're gonna go grab him, you're probably gonna have to wait till the end of the season because I don't think he moves from Inter Milan. I think they got a good chance of maybe even winning the Champions League this year. Maybe we'll see about that. And the thing is, you see what come off the bench, like Zielinski, dope. He started the game. They come off Mkhitaryan. It was okay, don't get me wrong, but he's got the best out of him. Period. Canoglu's class. You know, Barella is just another level for me. And then you look at else who they also brought up Fratesi and that. Bro, yeah, that squad is dope. That squad is dope.
Yeah, but also as dope as that squad is, yeah,
they still got some of our rejects.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. Man set up with Matteo Darmian. This guy was out here with Van Gaal, bro. Do you get what I'm saying, bro? It's crazy. He was out here with Van Gaal, bro. As far as I'm concerned, yeah, like we need to go get a manager of that pedigree. If we're really, really serious, bro. Do you know what I mean? As much as man, we're talking about the McKennas and all of these things, bro. Like you see, the same way I spoke about Chelsea and Man City when they wanted to upgrade, they got better players. If Man United want to get to the point where they're a top 4 side and then they're in the Champions League and they competed in the Champions League, you need to get a Champions League manager, bro. He's a Champions League manager, bro. If he has Man United squad, he beats that Man City team, bro. I'm telling you this. Like, bro, he took them to the wire in the Champions League final.
Yeah.
Give him the money that Man United have. You've got one of the best managers in world football. And he's all wrong for Pep stylistically as well. There's none of this talk of Pep Guardiola. We can't beat him. He's unbeatable, bro. Simone Inzaghi puts Pep in a spliff here if he has the right players. I'm telling you. Because he's got that Pep ball figured out. He's got it figured out. City never looked great against them. Never.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what it is. Go get him. He can be the answer. Just like Klopp had the kryptonite for Pep, bro. Stylistically, it just was all wrong for him. And I feel like Inzaghi's the next man that we're seeing, yeah. We've seen evidence. It's all right for him. He's all wrong for him even. Do you know what I'm saying? So, Man United, if you want me to take you serious, you go and you get a Champions League manager. Not McKenna, even though I got nothing against him. Not Frank, nothing against him. Show me you're fucking serious and go and get a manager like that. Go get a manager that's smashing work in the Champions League. You go and do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you've got a manager that's Champions League proven, yeah, and he's got that pedigree, the Premier League will take care of itself. It will take care of itself. Let's keep it above. It will.
It has to. It has to. No doubt about that.
Nah, bro. Nah, it's an absolute joke. Like, how's the momentum wise? Like, what do you think we're taking from this Barnsley game? I don't think you can take anything from the Barnsley game.
There's only one thing.
What's that?
Nothing else. Not the defending, not the style of play, not the possession, none of that. It's just that the fact that just that these man got some shooting boots on, innit? The fact that they got some, it felt like shooting practice. That's what they got from this. That's the only positive we could say is that we scored an amount of goals to say, cool, in front of goal, you should be a little bit more confident, whether it's Garnacho, whether it's Rashford getting a little confidence boost out of it, or whoever got shots on target, whether it's Eriksen, if he plays, you know, or if he comes on, you know, there's something there to say, cool, let's go with that. That's the only positive. Because even when we won 7-0, I said, I'm not gassed because I need to see this in the Prem. If we could somehow go to Palace and go whoop them, like, let's say 2-3-0, and we had the better spells of the game for the majority, I'll be like, okay, something's a little different. Now go do it against Tottenham. Then I'll get a little bit more gassed. And I'll be, you know, I said, all right, we'll go from there. Let's see if we can go get 10 on the bounce. My whole thing is, can you go win 10 on the bounce? Until you can do that and prove to me that you can win 10 on the bounce, I might change my opinion a little touch. But on that, do I believe that's going to happen? No. That's the thing with United fans that are a little bit more realistic about the situation, and some that are just fully done is you got to prove yourself. You don't believe it. You don't believe it until we see it. Everyone always has that little bit of hope in them, innit, about their club, no matter how crap they are. But you got to let that shine, innit, and that's only going to come through if the manager gets the players that we currently got in Man United situation, those W's, bro, and that's it. That's it. Because if we go and lose, if we get outclassed by Ange at Old Trafford, which I don't think is going to happen, or even get a draw, you better go. Like, for me, it's like you have to have one and done situation with this with Ten Hag at the moment. It has to be you're on a pay as you go kind of thing. If you lose against Palace, you got to go. If not, you get one more game. And let's see how you do.
But that's what I mean. It needs to be, bro. I think it's sudden death for Ten Hag.
Has to be.
I think it's sudden death for him, bro, because it's one of them ones where we can't afford to throw away this season. Because I think even if we done a Van Nistelrooy to the end of the season, I think the new manager bounce is enough to get us top 4, bro, because Tottenham are looking shaky right now. So that's one team we might not have to worry about. Do you know what I'm saying? Liverpool are going to be there or thereabouts anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? But they're going to have ups and downs. And so will Chelsea while they're learning what their manager's doing. So, bro, I'll be real, yeah? Like, the new manager bounce and also the quality of the players we do have, injuries permitting, I think that's enough to carry us to top 4.
It's not even. Have you seen the next 10 fixtures? This is what
and
I say.
And also, fuck carrying us to top 4. Even if it didn't, for instance, even if we kept Rude,
yeah,
and we didn't qualify for top 4, but we end up winning the Europa League or something like that, and we get into the Champions League that way, who gives a fuck how we get into the Champions League? One thing is we have to get there.
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck how we get there.
Yeah.
That's the way I'm looking at it.
I'm looking at our fixtures, yeah. Palace, we should be going there to get the W. This is what I'm saying. FC20, you should be winning that game. Tottenham at home should be winning that game. That's 3 in it. So far, we've won our last 2 in it. Cool. Porto, I wouldn't even be mad if we got to draw at Porto, because I know Porto, what's it called, the Dragao or something like that. I know they play a tough brand of football and can frustrate you. Don't lose that game. Aston Villa away, you won there last year. Go do it again. Yeah, that's the way. That's why my expectation. You got Brentford at home. You won there 3-0 last time. Do it again. You got Fenerbahce away. Go win that. West Ham away. Go win that. I know it's going to be a tough one. I don't care how you get the W against West Ham, to be fair, but you got to be winning that. Chelsea at home, got to be winning that. Panathinaikos at home, got to be winning that. Leicester at home, got to be winning that. Ipswich away, got to be winning that. Bodo Glimt at home next. This is going up to 28th of November. Got to be winning that. Man United at home, got to be winning that. These are W's, bro. There's 1 or 2 possible draws along the side. There's no reason that you should be getting any L's in any of those fixtures.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going across. This is what I say. 10 or more on the bounce. And then you can prove to United fans that you got consistency going for yourself. And you might feel how we did in the first year, because we all got sold on the fact that we're going to improve the style, improve on the performance. That's the only way you're going to win over the fans. The board as well. It's not just 10 up, it's the board as well.
Bro, it's a weird feeling at Man United right now, because it's like, it almost feels like the fans have accepted, that Ten Hag ain't it, bro. Even though they're not saying it. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean by that.
Even though they're not saying it. Like, bro, there's the conviction to keep him ain't there no more. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you read between the lines, it's like everyone's kind of resigned to him leaving, blood. It's resigned to him being sacked. Like, it doesn't feel like how it felt last season.
Yeah.
It really doesn't.
People need to understand as well. I don't care if I'm Ten Hag out. If he goes and proves me wrong, I'm winning. Man United's winning. That's the difference. So I don't care if you say, oh, you're a flip-flop. I said, I don't give a crap. I change my mind about what I want to eat every day. Yeah. So what? That's what I'm in. I just want to win in a good way to know that I can go and build off of that to go and win the bigger trophies that I want, that I'm used to. That's it. But I think it's too much that for now. This is I just gave you lot in the whoever's watching hopium. I'm giving you my hopium. This is my truths. This is how I feel. Yeah. I don't even believe it. That's it. I lack belief at United as of now, but I do still want to win. I just don't want to lose, but it's just the manner. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Can we build a momentum? I think we can build some momentum, but I don't know how long it takes. Like, I don't know how long it lasts, should I say, sorry.
Bruv, I don't care, bruv. Like, this is where I am at the moment. I actually don't care, bruv. I just want, a proper manager, and I don't care how it happens. You know, like, bro, I swear down. Like, I have to keep it 100, bro, because me, you see me, like, I'm an anarchist, bro. I don't mind if shit just goes up in flames. I don't mind. I don't care how.
We know.
I don't care, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, you know what?
Yeah.
As long as we get the results, the football don't matter and this, that, bruv. It matters to me, bro. I know we're not gonna get the football I want under this manager, so I need him out of it. Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't care what needs to happen for that to happen. This is just what it is, bro. Because I think everyone that understands football understands that this is not the best that we can get. Everyone understands that him and the owners couldn't come to an agreement, which is why he didn't get a new contract, and they just extended an extra year on the contract he had. It's not all rosy, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not the best that we can get. Man's watching Champions League football, and I've seen all these coaches, even the Stuttgart coach. There's bare different coaches around the world that I'm seeing playing a good style of football, and we can't do that. Do you know what I mean? But then all of a sudden, the victory at Barnsley's got to be enough, bro. A 7-0 at Barnsley, bro, that doesn't wipe out the 7-0 at Liverpool. Doesn't wipe that shit out. It still happened.
That's the one. It's the one, bro.
It still happened. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why are we pretending like the only real competitive game that we played this season, we got absolutely dog walked by Liverpool?
Yeah, the only way you get your chain back is if you go to Anfield and go get it back. Go get me a W. Bro, that's the only way. And more.
We got dog walked. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a joke.
This is the reality. We got dog walked, bro. So let's not pretend, that like we haven't had a very, very, very easy start to the season. All the games have been favorable. All of them. Even the Brighton game we lost. We should have won. Yeah. We've had favorable games. The Liverpool game is the only game that you can say, you know what, tough test. But we shouldn't have lost like that. Not at home.
No.
And this is the point. And this is the point, bro. Like, man need to be real. Man need to be realistic. Man United fans, do not hold this club to the level that they should hold them to. They don't hold them accountable for performances. It's an absolute joke. You can't be gassing a shit Barnsley team, bro. They were awful.
No. No one can gas it. I can be shameless about it.
They were awful.
I won't gas it. Like, I'll gas that Garnacho's got more GA than certain man's front lines all put together.
But that's what I'm saying.
I'll hold that.
But this is the thing. It's early. Do you know what I'm saying? On paper, he's had a good start to the season. Do you know what I'm saying? When I look at the performances, bro, he's showing me very much more of the same of what he always shows me. And he shows me why, at best, he'll always be an impact player for Man United from the bench. He's shown me that because he doesn't do anything consistently well. And the same goes to Marcus Rashford. If I'm looking at this Man United team right now, the left-hand side is a genuine problem unless Marcus Rashford can turn into Mohamed Salah.
Which we doubt.
Exactly. But Marcus Rashford needs to turn into Mohamed Salah, bro.
We'll never see consistency until that midfield changes properly.
Yeah, but even it's not just the midfield. Rashford needs to have the season of his life, bro. He has to. Because if he doesn't, he needs to leave. Because we can't pay someone 300 and something grand. We can't pay him 300 and something grand a week and he's not scoring 25, 30 goals.
I think he knows that. I think he's under pressure. I think he does know it. Especially with the fan base as well. There's only so much leeway you can give players, especially when they're meant to be your main guy, your number 10, your number 7, whoever it is. So yeah, he does need to perform. He needs to go do something against Palace. And if you're not getting your GA, you need to be doing something in the game that's positive overall. To say, I watched that game, he was cooking. You know, he was creating play. You know, he was a part of it. He might have got the pre-assist. He might have got that point where, you know, might have won a penalty. Might have shot at the goalkeeper. He's fumbled it and we scored from it. Just being havoc. That's the one. That's the one. And if there's a time to get out by Palace defense, it's right now. It's now. Without Anderson,
100%. The new manager bounce ain't there. They've lost their best defender and they've lost their best attacker.
So
They're
the time is
vulnerable.
now. The time to play Palace is now, not at the back end of the season where we usually play them. Now, because they're vulnerable and they're trying to find their feet, and Palace will find their feet, you know, and it better not be against us. That's all I'm asking for.
It better not be, bro. But it'd be just like Man United.
Everyone, they always want to up their game when they play Man United. That's a fact. It's just always the way it's been. And no matter how dusty we are, they know if they beat us, they get status.
No, facts. Do you know what I'm saying? This thing about Ten Hag restricting Kobe's minutes. Where's the quotes for this? Do you know what I'm saying? Because man said he's gonna do it. But if he said it, then put the quotes in the chat.
It needs to
Kobe's minutes need to be managed anyway.
Yeah,
because Wilcox came out last season and he was saying that he weren't happy with the minutes that Garnacho and Mino were playing. He said that they played way too many minutes, and I agree.
Yeah, they did. It's like Barnsley. It's a good thing that he didn't touch pitch. He didn't need to touch pitch. You don't even need a run out. He's been playing Euro. He's playing in the Euros for how long? And he came back early. Was it a week out of his own holiday? And he still
he came back early.
He still played really short. He started it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
bro,
it's true.
He needs the minutes.
And right now, Garnacho, I think he's happy coming off the bench and getting goals and assists when he needs to. I think you should be happy with that. And you'll get your starts in Europa and, you know, cup games, because that's how it should be anyways, until you can prove that you can start and do a madness and take that next man's position. Unfortunately for him, it's the main star, the main face of the club.
Yeah, but of course, but bro, at the end of the day, like squad players doing bits in the cup that's standard practice.
Standard.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like you have a good game against Barnsley. That don't mean man should be screaming for you to start in the Prem, bro. Like that's the thing. Like, is people don't understand that they're role players, and certain players just have they just have their level. Do you know what I'm saying?
For Garnacho, he's got luckily for him, he's got age on his side. He's got, bro, the guy's only turned 20, bro. He's got time to develop how he needs to develop to one day maybe become a star. But if not, if you're at a top club, maybe your role will always be an impact player. But obviously his ambitions are going to lie higher than that. When your idol's Cristiano Ronaldo, I know his ambitions are soaring through the roof, innit? So
yeah, but your ambitions are cool, but of course, by the end of the day, if you ain't got the ability to do it, then that's a completely different thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a completely different thing. The way I'm looking at it right now is that Ahmad has got that right hand side on lock. So Garnacho's got to fight Rashford in it for that left hand side. Yeah. And let's be honest, he's not a better footballer than Marcus Rashford. I think he's got better qualities than Rashford in terms of his application, his running and stuff like that. But in terms of quality, he don't have the quality that Rashford has.
You know what I mean?
If you could put Rashford and Garnacho together and make them one player, it would be a lot more fucking manageable, bro. Like if Rashford had Garnacho's work rate, and his effort and his application with his own technical ability, we'd have a decent player in there. But both of them are strong where the other's weak, bro. But
Garnacho lost that little something. When he was in the academy, he used to do this thing where he could turn and accelerate when he's running at full speed and like turn direction in full speed. You know how hard that is to turn like in a certain direction and move the accelerate. In the youth, when he first came on for United, when he first came through, you see it in a couple instances. He stopped doing that. That comes down to coaching, by the way.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I
just think he knows he can't do it against adults, bro. Listen,
he was doing it, but he was doing it. I remember against Fulham. I think it was Fulham. I think I remember watching the game. The guy had his second turn of pace at full speed. He can move quick.
I'll be honest, His
agility was nuts.
I'll be honest, bro. I think people saw him do something and thought that he could keep doing it. He can't keep doing it, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't keep doing it, bro. Like, listen, this is just how it is. I'll be 100%, Like, when he gets the ball, he never knows what he's going to do with it. He's unpredictable. And his unpredictability makes him difficult for defenders sometimes. Do you know what I'm saying? But most of the time, he's just not getting away from no one, innit? Like, this is how it's not no decent defenders. Same with Rashford. Rashford lost the ability, to get away from players, not just because of his pace, but because he ain't really got a bag. He ain't really Rashford ain't really got a trick or something like that. Do you know what I mean? All he's got is a little body feint. Like, it's so obvious what he's gonna do. And I think people have just worked these man out, bro. That's all it is. People have just worked them out. The one thing about Garnacho, though, because he keeps running and he gambles, and he gambles, he will always get a chance. He'll always get an opportunity because he just keeps trying. Whereas Rashford won't get these opportunities because he doesn't put himself in those positions because he stops running.
No, he uses his technique to get him out.
Yeah, but between the two of them, nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? The lack of quality on that side is what we're missing, bro. If we had a quality, consistent left-sided player, yeah,
It's funny how
to
the
play
tables
with
are turning.
Ahmed and Xerxes, yeah, honestly, I think that takes us up another level.
Funny how the tables have turned, isn't it? When we used to cry out for a right-handed side player, now we're crying out for maybe a left one.
Yeah, but the thing is, Ahmad was always there, bro. The man just didn't want to use him, bro. Remember, Ahmad bust through under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and then
Who's when it comes to wingers, who's out there like that?
there's no one really out there. This is the problem.
This is yeah. That's what I'm saying. That is the issue. Like the only one I can think of note, and he won't come to us, is Nico Williams. That's just the easiest one to say there. Or Kvaratskhelia. Like maybe he might be available at some point.
The Napoli don't sell, but he's the kind of player that we need.
He's that guy, man. I'm not gonna cap. He's dirty.
He's the kind of player that we need, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is what it is. And that's why I'm fuming that we let go of Jaden, because the way that Maresca's talking about Sancho now, man saying, yo, we use the international break to work with him and this, that, and the other. They know that he's their main left winger, bro. They know that. They're treating him the way that we should have treated him. They're treating him like, yo, like we got a real star here and we need to nurture him. That's how they're treating him. We treated him like he was any guy, bro. Do you know what I mean? And that's gonna come back to bite us.
Yeah, man. Cabradonna number 7, run it up, man. I hear it.
No, I hear it. But this is the kind of player we need, bro. I'll be real, because Ahmad needs time, but he's got such a high ceiling that is crazy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and what I mean by that is he's already got the ability. All he needs is to warm. Do you know what I'm saying? He just needs to warm. And then once he's warm, it's crazy, because this is going to be his first full Premier League season. The first
Ahmad,
one. Yeah, it's the first one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The amount of expectation that's on Ahmad, considering this is actually his first season, is mad. It doesn't feel like it, but it is. This is his breakthrough season.
Yeah, this is 100% it is, and it's been a long time coming.
But there you go.
He should have been given the chance after the season where he scored. Was it that header?
Yeah, in the Europa League under Oli. Yeah,
and Wolves. Remember the Wolves game as well. Remember that Wolves game? I think it was just coming to the club. I think it was under Oli. He scored against Wolves. Do you remember? Oli. That's when he should have been getting minutes. Him and Gomez. Angel should have stayed too.
Yeah. But there you go. But this is the problem, bro. This is what I'm trying to say to you, bro. This is what I'm trying to say to you. It's been a long time coming for Ahmad. So he deserves this right now. But people aren't looking at it like this is his breakthrough season. It's his breakthrough season. So he needs to be allowed to cook.
Yeah, his performances overall. No one can say that he's been crap in it. You know, I think he's had one game where he was a little bit more quiet than the other, but you're allowed that, innit? He's got 2 GA and 4. I think he scored against Brighton and he got that assist against Southampton. I mean, the only poor game really was Liverpool.
Yeah, really? But he didn't play against Liverpool.
But even when he came on, I'm just saying as an overall, but even when he came on,
yeah, he was the best player.
He looked better, you know what I mean? I can't really say anything where he looked quiet. Like, Fulham, he was dangerous for me.
Yeah, Brighton. He had a shaky first half against Brighton,
and then he came out. That's
second half.
That's what good players do, bro.
Facts.
He was actually horrible in the first half.
Yeah,
but that's because he was missing what he should have bagged and the passes he should have been making. But you're allowed, bro. You're allowed. It's a second Premier League game. So
but this is what I'm trying to say. So
there's a long way to go. Do you think we dip in? I don't know if we do. I doubt we do. But do you reckon we look into anything in January potentially in a certain position maybe?
Only a left back is the only place I could see us potentially going
if someone's injured again.
Yeah, but Luke Shaw won't be fit, bro. You know he'll come back and then he'll get.
We don't even know if Malas is going to be fit.
But that's what
and who's really taking Mazraoui or Dalot right now out of their positions? They're starting.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. But I think potentially, if an opportunity comes up for a left back and we can do it, I think that we do it. But also,
What left
I
back do you
think
want?
I don't care. We've been linked with KAS.
Yeah, but what left back would you like? Like, if you could, out of some names that are being more realistic towards you, what's your fancy?
I don't know because it depends on the manager. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we've been linked with Kirkes, Eight Nuri, and what's his name from Fulham, the American don
Robinson.
Robinson. We've been linked with them three. And the thing is, yeah, Kirkes looks good. Eight Nuri can't defend, but he's
And he's
amazing
not.
going forward. Do you know what I'm saying? And Robinson, his profile and his age is good. Do you know what I mean? In a sense that he's quite mature. He's like the same age as
I like him a lot.
Mazraoui, in it. So it's one of them ones where he's experienced in it. So I'll take him. But
I would like Robinson because we lack proper athletic players.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? That can bomb up and down. The one thing we don't really have is enough outlook going on the left-hand side to whip in a first time. He's got a mean whip on him. So that's why I would want him. Nori's whips are not that great.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But he inverts well and he's so techie, but he
Yeah,
can't defend in it. So I don't know in it. I don't really know, but I think it depends on the manager. I think it depends on the manager what kind of player I would want, bro. Because
Shame, man. 'Cause
I'd need to know what kind of football I'm playing.
I like a doggy, man. He's a good player, but
He's a baller.
How long has he been at? Let me check his contract. Is he under? I'm gonna check it
but
now.
we're not getting him, bruv. Like, forget all that shit.
Oh my god, his contract till 2030. Yeah, long day, long.
Bro, listen,
Man.
Levy knows what he's doing.
8-year contract.
Yeah,
that's mental, man. That's
what I mean, bro. Like, so yeah, I wanted Kodioglu, blood, and now he's at Brighton. So
I don't want a right foot left back though. Overall, first of all, I like the idea of it, but overall, I want a left foot. Even at Gutierrez from Girona,
I don't think it matters, bro, because man, I've seen Rico Lewis play left back here and comfy, and it's like we had Dennis Irwin, bro. Like no one, and like,
yeah,
we
true.
We was fine, bro. At the end of the day, if you're a baller, if you're a baller, you're a baller, innit? Like it doesn't really matter if you're left footed or right footed, as long as you're comfortable using both feet, you're good. And this is the thing. So I don't know. When I look at this Man United team, I genuinely look at this squad and I think we're an elite manager away from being a force, like a genuine force, bro.
What, this season or next season?
Bruv, this season, if we had a proper manager, we should be in the mix, but we don't.
We should be in the mix.
We should be in the mix, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because when I look at Liverpool squad and I look at Arsenal squad, we should be in the mix with these guys. Like man for man, we should be in the mix with them, but we're not because we're so poorly coached that we're a lot further away from them than we should be. Because on paper, we're not far from them.
I said I quite like the squad we've currently got. And I know what the squad is probably going to be next summer. More or less, I can probably agree on it. Like to say, I like it. I think the defense is solid enough. I actually quite like the lick now. Like he's settling in better than I thought he would.
Bro, the signings we made strengthened the squad and brought up the technical floor of the squad like significantly, bro.
Yeah,
significantly.
Yeah.
What's man talking about? Man said, Rants, I'm doing too much. What are you talking about?
What's your thoughts on I know he only played minimal minutes, yeah, but Ugarte, innit? So that's one
I didn't like the look of Ugarte still, but it's one of them ones where man have to see more of Ugarte. Man have to see more of him. Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't like the look of Ugarte. He just looks very, very basic to me. But like I said, I've seen so little of him in a Man United shirt that I'm gonna give him time to kind of win me over because like it's only right I give him time against a better team here where he's actually gonna have more to do, and then I can actually understand what kind of player he is and what he's trying to do in it. But I think Ugarte is best next to a Casemiro. I don't like the idea of Ugarte next to Kobe Mino. I think that there's going to be too many gaps.
Yeah.
More
than likely.
Yeah, I think there's going to be too many gaps, man, because Kobe Mino in the 8, I'm not a massive fan of, mate. You know what I mean?
He needs to go further up the pitch.
He needs to go further up the pitch, man. I don't that positionally, I'm not sure about him. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is, man. He's so good on the ball, but off the ball, I do worry about him. So
I would like that. Someone said Edison. I know someone said Edison over Ugarte, but I like that Edison guy a lot. You could even pair him with Ugarte. You're calm. You're calm. Just press the man out where you need to, whether it's in a 6 or the 8 position. They'll press man all game long.
Yeah, you see that DIBLING youth that was cooking us for Southampton. You
Yeah,
see,
right
we were
winger.
linked with him. ASHWORTH apparently wanted him at Newcastle. Like, these are the kind of players Man United should be signing, bro. I'm massively in favor of us signing players like that, bro. Like, if we do actually get him in,
You got to build.
If this is the direction we're going in, lovely, bro. Because these are the players. That's one thing Chelsea do well, yeah, is they sign players ahead of time for the future.
He's from the academy, you know.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. He's a bad youth still. They need to go get this guy, bro. I like that, bro. What he done to Dallo was crazy.
Yeah, he sourced him differently. He was the one that was causing the most mayhem in that first 30 minutes.
Nasty, brother. He was moving crazy.
I saw the Adeyemi links too. Someone just
I don't like Adeyemi, bro. I think he's a scrub.
I think his potential's long gone now, man.
Yeah, I think he's a scrub.
Yeah, he runs into people too much.
Yeah, bro. There you go. Another Garnacho and another Rashford. So yeah, thank you. But
yeah,
I don't know, bro. Like I have to address the Man United situation, bro. I think on paper we should be in the mix, bro. I don't know why people think that's crazy.
Yeah. Do you think we get to see that Seko Kone anytime this year?
Nah, we don't see Kone, bro. We don't see
him.
We don't see Kone. I don't think we see him. I don't think we see him this season, bro.
No.
I don't think we see him this season. I don't see why we should see him this season.
Well, apparently he's high. It's all that hype around him, like
yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Team, all this stuff. Like I just wonder what they really have planned for this guy. Like how highly do they rate him at the club to be?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, bro. Like, bro, you've got guys like Arda Güler, yeah, at Real Madrid, yeah, that can't get minutes. A man are telling me that we need to see Kone. We don't need to see that, brother. We don't need to see him for 2 years. I'll be on it. Like, get ready. Do you know what I'm saying? If it turns out that he's ready before then, cool. Do you know what I mean? But unless he's mad exceptional, yeah, and he's some fucking Mason Greenwood or a Paul Pogba or something, we don't need to see him. Do you know what I mean? Do your apprenticeship, young G. I'd go as far as saying loan this guy out. Loan him out somewhere where he's playing. Loan him out to Nice, blood.
Loan him in January, innit?
Loan him out to Nice and let him play football for like first team football for 6 months. Why can't we do that? Do you know what I'm saying? Even when man are saying not every player's Kobe Mino, bro, even Kobe Mino, yeah, like probably could have gone out on loan. You know them ones. He don't need to be starting week in, week out for Man United right now. Like he shouldn't be. Not at 19 years old. Do you know what I mean? These men are putting bare pressure on the youth, and every time Kobe makes a mistake, man are saying, "Oh, he's overhyped and all these things." Bro, he's gonna make mistakes, bro. Like he needs to be learning somewhere.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he does need to. He should. There should be a viable loan maybe in January. If you're not going to use him and he's just going to be stuck in the academy,
on loan to play football, man. He's not going to improve playing in Man United's academy, bro.
Or even give it if you've got a Carabao Cup tie and it's another dead food team or something like that, and he's been around the club for that long, or FA Cup or something. It gets I don't know Barrow, not County. Play him.
Yeah, play him. But if you're going to play him, but if you are going to play him in those games, innit? That's my point. And he needs to be training with the first team now.
I think that was the plan. That was what was said anyways. From what we read upon it. I think it was something along them lines. Maybe, probably about now, innit? Yeah. Next couple of weeks or on the next international break. Bro, I think that was always the plan. Oh, yeah. When does Euro come back? Because I was confused at what I was reading.
He comes back in October, but they're not going to rush him back. He comes back after the next international break.
Oh, so he's coming back a little earlier than expected. Because I thought it was November.
Nah, I think it's after the next international break, but they said they're not going to rush him. Even when he's fit, they're just going to kind of take his time.
That's good. Yeah, don't rush him. November, we've got well, the fixtures I was saying was literally the ones that were in November, like your Leicester's at home and all that kind of stuff. Ipswich away. Before that Arsenal game, hopefully you can maybe get minutes here and there. And there's some dusty fixtures against Panthiakos and them, man. Play him on that game. That's when we can
hear it.
Yeah. But I don't really want to be seeing. Actually, you know what? Toby Collett left back, sure, whatever. But I don't really want to be seeing Maguire and Evans as our backup pairing all the time.
I don't mind seeing them two. The Collier thing was dead. I can't lie, bro.
I want to see Euro, man.
Collier wouldn't have learned anything from playing at left back in that game. You know them ones. You know, you know what I mean.
He done a job.
You just gave him minutes for the sake of giving him minutes. Like he wouldn't have learned nothing playing out of position in a game like that. it was just to say, oh yeah, I gave him an opportunity, bro. Like, play him in his position. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, or play him at right back, at left back.
He better get some good minutes, you know, in the
Bro, he
position
got
that you.
skinned every time, bro. Like down the outside, bro. I don't think he made one clean tackle in the game. Do you know what I'm saying? Every time he had to defend, he got cooked, and then every time he was on the ball, he looked all right.
I'm gonna be honest.
Just play the left back.
I don't even remember Barnsley doing anything. That's how dead the game was.
But that's what I'm saying. He wouldn't have learned nothing from that game. That was a nothing game.
I like that left back as well. He's good. He was impressive at the start of the preseason, and Amas just came alive. What happened with this guy? Is he injured?
But I think I don't know if he's injured, but you know what? Apparently Ten Hag don't rate him like that, and I'm with Ten Hag. I think Amas is a scrub. So I think Murray's better than him.
But at least put a left back at left back and show.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
So in this club, if you're trying to ship off players, if you played Amas that game, if he's available, or Murray, the fact is, if you don't have him in your plans because it's not that good, then someone's like, okay, in League One, like it was cooking. We'll go buy him. Done. It's a showcase.
Yeah, no, I hear it, but he's not the guy, bruv. So I
like Murray. He was more physically, defensively sound than Amas.
Exactly. I'm more technically just reliable.
Amas kind of reminds me a little bit of Aït-Nouri, isn't it? Defensively suspect, but technically
serious. Can drive forward and do some stuff. Like, he just looks like a midfielder playing left back.
It's like Lewis Hall, basically, isn't it?
Yeah, but he thinks that he's already good. This is the problem. Do you know what I mean? I can't have players that already think they're good, bro. Like,
I'll see what it's about, but I don't think he gets minutes this year.
He's not. He ain't playing for us, man. He's dusty. Yeah. I'll be honest. Do you know what I mean? I wanted to reserve judgment, but the more I watch him play, I don't think he's got the temperament.
I can't remember the last time he played. Was it Man City? Was it Man City that he played? Was it that game?
Bruv, who knows? I don't think he's got the temperament, and I don't think he's got the defensive ability, and just he don't smell danger, bro. So it's a no from me for this geezer. Do you know what I mean? You know, United fans are in love with these young kids, bro, but they're not for me. For me. But yo, you lot, run up the likes, man. Make sure you subscribe to Never a Foul. The link is in the title. I got any of you fight fans have got a boxing stream coming up at 3 o'clock. Obviously you got the AJ card coming up tomorrow, so we're gonna break that down. And then at 5, then obviously it's Rants and Gunner. So yeah, man, busy day. What you saying anyway, bro? Is that you for the day?
That's me, bro. I'm going out to see someone I need to give attention to. And other than that, Rants inspired as well. The TikTok's up and running.
There you go.
TikTok. If you ain't seen the first 2, I don't know how to post it. Am I modded in it, or can I not do it?
I don't know. You should be able to post. I think Never a Foul is modded there. I think
I'll just put in a private chat in it, I suppose, because it's saying the commenters failed to post her rants and bans. I don't know why.
I don't know if our TV.
We try again. Oh, there we go. There you go. It's there.
You got it. You done it, yeah?
Yeah, man. It'd be nice to get some more followers. The first 2 clips have done well for its first 2 as well, considering there was no followers on the page. So yeah, man. It's funny. I'm not gonna lie. If you ain't seen the clips, go watch them, man. They're sorry for hooks, but my man done you dirty, but it was with your blessing as well at the same time, isn't it? Man's compared his hairline to Mbappe running down the wings, isn't it? So
this is crazy. Yeah, so big up everyone. Do you know what I mean? Make sure you support that. You get me? You man know I ain't on flipping TikTok like that. Can't be asked, bruv. The mutant app. But yeah, man. Big up everyone inside. You already know what it is, man. All you fight fans, bruv. We're back here at 3 o'clock for some boxing, and then 5 o'clock for Rants and Gunner, people. Hey, smash a like on the way out, guys. Over 1,000 of you lot in here. So yeah, man. Make sure you show some love.